Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We have Trace McSorley here for you all. Just a quick reminder, if you can state your name and affiliation before giving your question, we really appreciate it. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions.
Trace, this is Jeff Zurek from The Athletic. Not obviously asking about specifics to health questions and all that, but can you give us an idea of what was your week like as you tried to keep up and prepare for, the Steelers game while not being able in the building, and whether you got any practice whatsoever in?
Yeah, a big part of last week was just having to be on the mental side of it. Obviously, being able to be in the Zoom meetings was really helpful. Had a lot of time with Coach Urban and Coach Roman, just being in the meetings and being able to talk with them. Just going over the game plan a bunch. That was the big thing about last week. And then, once I was able to be cleared and kind of get back with the team, it was getting as many little reps as possible, just kind of getting back in the swing of things before the game.
Hey, Trace, this is Jameson from ESPN. What is kind of your mindset heading into practice in this week? I mean, is your mindset you have to focus on as if you're starting, or do you kind of expect Lamar to come back?
Yeah, I think Coach Urban kind of just always has all the quarterbacks really preparing that way. That's the way that he's kind of had me preparing, and even Tyler Huntley, Rob, and Lamar the last kind of year and a half, 2 years. So that's the way he kind of, just the standard he holds us all to be able to prepare like that. Because as you can see, you never know what's going to happen. So that's really just the way. And, obviously wishing the best for Lamar and his health and everything like that, and that he can get back as soon as he can. But just, prepare as we always have been, and, be ready for anything.
Hey, Trace, it's Luke Jones with WNST. It's been noted that you hadn't really had a chance to play since last year's preseason. So I know the circumstances weren't ideal, but what was that like, being able to get some real action at quarterback and throwing your first touchdown in the NFL?
Yeah, Luke, it was, like you said, situation wasn't ideal. You never want, a situation to come like that where, a guy's getting injured or is sick or out for whatever reason. But, it was good to get back out there again, just kind of get back in the feel of a game. Like you said, it's been a few years since last preseason since I had any real game action. So it was just good to get back out there with the guys, kind of get in the huddle, be around guys in a game setting, and kind of just get that feeling again, get the adrenaline going. I felt really good being out there with everyone.
Hey, Trace, Todd Carpenter from SI. What was it like going against that Steelers front seven, which was probably one of the best in the NFL? How would you adjust to the speed of them and dealing with their pass rush?
Yeah, their pass rush and their front seven, and really their entire defense as a whole. Everyone's seen how good they've been this entire year. Best record in the NFL, and there's a reason for it. So those guys, the real tough competition and what they were able to do. So it was kind of like being thrown to the fire a little bit, but kind of like you said, Coach Urban holds us to a high standard every single week and just prepares us like we're all going to be going in and playing the game. So once I got in there, I knew the game plan, felt comfortable, and obviously weren't able to get the win, which is kind of the ultimate stat line in the NFL. So wasn't able to do that, but it was definitely going against them was kind of just getting, like you said, thrown into the fire a little bit.
Hey, Trace, this is Jonas Schaefer with the Baltimore Sun. I know at Penn State, you threw the deep ball and you were good at it against Pittsburgh on Wednesday. It seemed like it was just take what the defense gives you with how good that pass is. How do you kind of toe that line between wanting to be aggressive and not holding onto the ball too long?
Yeah, kind of just like you said, it's going against a defense like that, having to take what they give you. That's something that we talk about is, you see the first open guy, just kind of give him the ball, stuff like that. So, obviously Marquise was able to make a great play and, make a couple guys miss and turn a little bit of an intermediate throw into a big play game for us. And that's the kind of player Marquise is, kind of a lightning in the bottle, explosive type player. So I think it was great to see him just kind of be able to do what he does best, kind of show his skill set. And then obviously be able to just kind of keep sharpening the tools with us on the offense and being able to do things like that, take what the defense gives us, and then turning easy completions into big plays down the road with the guys we have on the outside.
Hey, Trace, it's right. Athletic. What has Dez Bryant brought to the team, and what have you enjoyed most about getting to work with him and getting to know him a little bit?
Yeah, Dez has just brought a great energy and great attitude to the team. I mean, since he got here, really, it's like the competition kind of turned up once he stepped in the building. Kind of how the standard he holds himself to, and he just kind of brought in, and it seems like he brings guys along with him. So just how competitive he is, his positive attitude and everything he does, I think it's been a great effect on the rest of our team, and definitely excited to have him with us, and looking forward to being able to get him, a little bit more involved where we can.
Hey, Trace, this is Jameson from ESPN. Just to follow up on that, I mean, you watched a lot of NFC East football growing up.
Yeah.
What's it like to have Dez Bryant as your teammate?
Yeah, no, it's really cool. Obviously, growing up, kind of watching a lot of NFC East football, watched a lot of Dez Bryant, him throwing up the X and all that stuff. So once he, stepped in the building, and you can kind of see, he starts making plays on the practice field, kind of how, the reason why he is Dez Bryant and who he is, how he attacks the ball, how he runs routes, strong at the catch point, and all those kind of things. So I think it was just really cool to kind of see him, live in person now, actually in a practice setting as opposed to just on TV as I did when I was growing up.
Take a couple more here, Trace.
Hey, Trace, it's Jonas again. Following up along what Jameson asked, I know you were a Washington fan, so what was your relationship with Dez as a kid like?
I mean, I really wasn't, the Washington team was the team that I followed just because that's where I was. But I honestly never was a huge fan. I watched their games on Sundays and stuff like that. But, so, I mean, once you got here, I knew the type of player Dez was and all that. It wasn't like I disliked him at all because he was a Cowboys player. That didn't matter to me, honestly, as a kid. He was just always one of the best receivers in the league. And you can kind of see why. Like I said, once he stepped in the building, he kind of brought everyone's level up. And having a guy like that is just infectious, and it's really good to have in our locker room.
From the WMAR ADC Baltimore, just with Dez's competitiveness, like you said, and the opponent on Tuesday, how special do you think this game is going to be for him? Do you sense that this is maybe a little bit bigger of a matchup for him on Tuesday against the Cowboys?
Yeah, it's hard to really tell. I mean, I'm sure there probably is, some stuff maybe inside for him. I'm not going to speak for him, though. I mean, the great thing about him is that he always holds himself to the standard. It doesn't matter what the opponent is. And his competitiveness and his attitude, it doesn't seem to change no matter who's lining up across from him. Whether it's in practice or in a game, he is who he is. And there's a reason why he is, the big name and the star player he is. So I think, he just holds himself to that standard no matter who lines up across from him. So
We'll close it out here with Jimena.
I'm Jimena Lugo La Torre from Ravens Spanish Radio. McSorley, me alegra verte. It's great to see you. How is to go viral on social media first on TikTok, now with a 70-yard touchdown pass to Marquise Brown?
Yeah, that whole TikTok thing was super random. Kind of how it got started. I didn't even have the profile on the TikTok platform. So that kind of just tells you how the internet's a crazy place and how there's no rhyme or reason for why things go viral and stuff like that. But I was just happy to get out on the field and try and make an impact in the game for my teammates. Being able to get out there. Obviously, like I said, Marquise made a great play, made a great catch, and made a few guys miss. Turned a intermediate throw into a huge play for us. So then, the internet kind of takes over from there. You can't really control all that stuff all the time. So, but it's just been a good time. Kind of try and have fun with it where I can, and just focus on what I can here every single day. Just practicing, preparing, whatever I can do here, and then, all that other internet stuff, it'll take care of itself, I guess.
Grace, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you guys.